Bill is set down for committee stage next sitting day. Call on Government Order of the Day number 2.
Tariff, Free Trade Agreement between New Zealand and the Republic of Korea Amendment Bill. Interrupted debate on second reading.
Members, when we were last on the second reading of the Tariff Free Trade Agreement between New Zealand and the Republic of Korea Amendment Bill, Fletcher Tabato had the call and has 3 minutes remaining.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Fletcher Tabato.
Thank you. So I just wanted to take the last bit of this time, to point out to the House that it isn't just New Zealand First that opposes the ISDS provisions in these trade agreements, and that our trade experts, I put it to them, could have been a bit more conscientious in the negotiations, because we like trade, we want trade, we do want our businesses to make that money by selling New Zealand goods overseas. The reality is, sir, that, back to the point, it's not just New Zealand First. Around the world now, you're talking about countries such as South Africa, Germany, France, all investigating how to remove themselves either from trade agreements entirely that have ISDS provisions in them, or to remove the ISDS provision itself from their trade agreements. They understand, sir, that this is an insidious attack on the democracy and the functioning of their government within their country. They understand it, they've seen the evidence of it, and they are desperately now trying to do something about it. The unfortunate reality for them is that they're beginning to discover that it's not that easy to get yourself out of these trade agreements once you've signed up to them. So we're talking 20 to 25 years notice to take themselves out of these trade agreements with the likes of the ISDS provision in it. I just want to talk about the European Union to finish. The European Union have said categorically that ISDS is dead and it needs to go. That is New Zealand First stance. There are other ways, there are open and transparent ways to undertake and protect the rights of businesses, which they do have, in trade agreements, but ISDS being a secret tribunal is not the way to do it, sir. So it was a pleasure to come down to the House to take that last call, sir. It is unfortunate that New Zealand First cannot support this trade agreement legislation. There were 2 reasons I said to the House. Firstly, and most importantly, ISDS, but to conclude, sir, it was actually a bad trade deal for New Zealand. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.